Yo, what's up guys, Vojtech here. In today's video I would like to react to a video called 6 Grandmas versus 1 Fake. Add one out, feed Duncan Duncan Joseph. I don't know Duncan, sorry. But yeah, let's see it. Hopefully there will be good looking grandmas, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I'm a grandma.
I'm a grandma. I'm a grandma.
I'm a grandma.
I'm a grandma.
I'm a grandma.
And I'm not.
Okay, my name is Susan, and I have 3 wonderful grandchildren.
My name is Yvette, and I have
Yeah, I guess they are out of my age range,
2
but
grandchildren.
it's alright.
Hi, I'm Rhoda, and I also have 2 grandchildren.
Hi, my name is Jerry, and I have 3 beautiful grandchildren.
Oh,
My
so
strategy
Duncan
is
faking
to
it. Okay.
have that southern charm that is just so realistic, but also be a little under the radar, not try to make myself too crazy.
Hi, my name is Cynthia, and I have a very awesome granddaughter. She's my only grandchild.
Hi, my name is Keisha. I have 2 amazing, beautiful grandsons.
Hi, my name is Elizabeth. I have 4 grandchildren.
How many people here would say you were hippies back in the 60s or 70s?
Rhoda was one.
I know I was.
Yeah, I was born in 1969, and my daughter made me a grandmother very, very early. So my grandkids call me Gigi because I was like, I don't want to be called grandma, right? And I didn't realize that it would cause a bit of a conundrum because it wasn't until my granddaughter was like 4 that she realized that I was her grandmother, right? I guess she was thinking, we just call her Gigi, like she's Gigi, right? And so when she put 2 and 2 together, one day she said, Gigi, you're my grandma! And I was like, I am your grandma. Thank you for making me feel all of that. Yeah.
Well, I was born 77.
Okay.
So I had my son very young, a day before I turned 18, actually. But he made me a grandmother a little older than me. But yes, I don't go for grandma. Don't call me no grandma because I don't wear the long gowns and all that like my grandmother did.
I wonder
I'm
how
a hippie
old
nana.
she is.
Nana.
There we go.
Right,
Well, whatever works.
Yes, whatever works. Yes.
Well, I'm probably the oldest one here. I was born in 1956.
No, got your beat.
Right.
You're not the oldest. But I've never been a hippie. I was a straight, good child. My condolences.
Right.
I know,
Really?
right?
Hippies had a lot of fun?
Yeah.
Do any of you still hold a job or retired or some sort?
I recently retired maybe about, I think about 2 years ago. I worked at Universal theme park. I was a cashier on the upper lot. I did that for like 7 years. I actually loved every day that I worked.
Oh, that's awesome. And that's the lady with 4 grandkids, huh? Yeah. Okay. I bet they got free entry.
I did get free tickets.
Nice.
I'm still working, and I work in this really interesting business where we design and build museum exhibits and sponsor activations in stadiums, and so it's like never the same twice.
I wish my job was as fun. I was a paralegal for about 35 years for the local attorney. It was a lot of work. Got a lot of good done for the local. I grew up in Georgia, Kennesaw, Georgia. I don't have any family in Georgia. Southern lawyers, they mean business, and it was great. Now I'm retired, living in Santa Barbara.
Good for you.
Oh, thank you.
Have you ever been to the Maritime Museum in Santa Barbara?
You know, that is the one place I really have wanted to go to.
I did some of their exhibits.
Really? Oh, well, now I have to tell Daryl. Now I have to go. Can you hook me up with tickets for that?
The problem is that he doesn't even sound like a grandma, right? He might pass as a grandpa maybe, but not grandma, right? I mean, he's pretty sus.
So What would you say is the thing about you that does not fit a grandma stereotype?
I dress very snazzy, and so it's very. I don't know. People always go, "Nah, are you kidding me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, actually, yeah, I am a grandma."
By preference, I'm a nudist, and I always dress commando.
So, Rhoda, are you naked?
Nudist?
You won't know till
Okay.
the show is over.
Good for you, Rhoda.
For now, I have a motorcycle at home.
Oh,
I haven't ridden it in a while. However, I love to keep it up, detail it, make it pretty for when my grandchildren come. They love to look at it.
You're not the stereotype. Good for you.
I know nothing about motorcycles.
I'm a trendsetter, so whatever style it is, yes, I have to get it and wear them. And I wear heavy makeup. And even I go with my granddaughter. Even the band One Direction. I know all their songs.
Wow.
So I have to grow up with her.
I'm with whoever's next to me and the two down with the flashy blonde hair. I'm the only one here in California. All my family is down south. I'm the grandmother, the nana, that comes in town, spoils my kids. Then I leave them with their auntie, their favorite auntie, and I'm hanging out. I am hanging out.
I've done a lot of radio and TV and stage because my background is theater, and I could never do it full time because I was supporting 3 kids, but I have snuck in a lot of opportunities, and when my grandkids see like the videos of some of these performances, they're just like blown away, which is really fun.
Oh, yeah.
Can you share a funny story about one of your grandbabies?
Are you going first, Jerry?
Sure, by all means. Taylor rides horses, my granddaughter, and she has a horse named Jackson. And when I was up in Seattle, we were visiting Jackson, and she pulled Jackson out of the stall and didn't realize I was there. And it was so funny because Jackson came around the corner and almost knocked me off my feet and onto the ground. And Taylor did not notice that I was in the way.
What's this
and
story,
I
man?
almost got smushed up against the stall. But it sounds scary. However, it was hilarious because when she saw, I was just I looked like I saw a ghost. Thinking of a funny memory about my grandchildren was really stressful because I had to just think of something immediately. And I just didn't know if it sounded real because it was literally the first words that came out of my mouth. So I just had to go
It
with
sounds
The one I
pretty,
have is
pretty made up,
I took one of them to the store, to the mall. I was with myself, and there's 2 of them with me. And one said, "Hey, I'm going to go just look at the electronics." So we went and did our thing, and then I went home, and then we were like having ice cream, and all of a sudden one of them said, "Aren't we missing one?"
Wait.
And then all of a sudden I realized, and then I had to go back and pick them up, but I didn't tell anybody. I got away with it.
So my funny story, my oldest BJ, which is Brian Jr., when he was little, about 5 or 6 months, he would hold his bottle up with his feet and put it in his mouth.
Oh.
The first time my son sent me the video, I was like, wait a minute, we need to put him on Genesis Book. Somebody need to see him on Shark. Somebody need to make us some money. Okay? But that would be our favorite little memory of BJ.
Elizabeth, could you name your 4 grandkids one more time, please?
Jessica, Ronnie, Eric, and Michael.
Which is the one you left behind?
Oh, that was. Oh my God, they were young, and we were just like at the store, and then they wanted to look at the electronics. I said okay, and then I went somewhere else.
Right, but so who did you forget?
Oh, it was Jessica and Ron.
2 of them.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Okay.
They weren't all together. I voted for Yvette because I believe she was the one talking about the motorcycle, but I think I mixed up, but I stuck with it, and that's my story.
Elizabeth is the cashier, right?
There's a lot of inconsistencies with her answers.
She could not remember which kid she left behind in the mall.
Yeah.
I had a feeling I was going to get voted off right away because I know I messed up on my story about the kids.
I'd like to ask Susan, with that vast acting career, was that
during having your children, or all before you had children, or?
Well, my degree is in theater, and some of you are old enough to remember Gilda Radner from Saturday Night Live. I was actually in a play with her in college, and I always wanted to be Barbra Streisand. She got there before me. I was married really young, because back in the day, that's what you did. I was married when I was 20, and I kept thinking, well, then the theater will come around. But boom, 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 3 kids came around, and so I didn't get to do theater full time, but I kept thinking it would come back, and then I wound up getting divorced, and I had to support 3 kids. So the dream was always there, and actually a number of years ago, I rented a small theater in Scottsdale, which is where I live when I'm not in LA, and I hired the piano player that sings for all the Broadway shows that come to town, and I sang 14 songs and hosted a cocktail party for 100 people, and I was like, okay, I can die and go to heaven. This is good.
Different question. Do y'all have a signature recipe that maybe your grandkids like, or?
Well, this grandma don't
Man,
cook.
Me either. This one doesn't
But
he
my
sounds like
oldest, he
a
loves when
man.
my sister
How do
makes
they not
anything.
know this?
He just loves to eat whatever she makes. But neither one of them have like a signature dish from me because I don't cook.
What about you? What's your signature dish?
My signature dish, it would be banana pudding.
Banana pudding?
Love making banana pudding. It was a staple in Georgia, you know. So I got the recipe from my mother, and the kiddos absolutely gobble it up every Memorial Day.
So they ask for it?
Yes, yeah, it is highly requested. And when they don't see it in my hands when I show up, they're like, Gabby, where is the banana pudding? And, you know, but I keep it in a container. Yeah, it's great. It's delicious. I have never cooked banana pudding.
Keisha, where does your sister live?
She
Fair,
lives in a
me
small
too.
town in Florida.
Okay, so she's closer to them.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
She's really close to them.
Okay. I have a question for you, Rhoda. How do you manage being a nudist with the grandkids?
Well,
Yeah.
really and truly, it's either on film or it is at home alone.
So they don't come to visit?
No, not
Okay,
yet.
okay, all right.
And it's because of the career you had, the nudist stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do they know you've been
That's
a nudist?
respectable.
Not yet.
But that's you know.
Because how old are
Wait, so nudists, like, she likes to strip naked, right? But she does it on the beaches where it's, like, expected, right? Or am I not catching the drift?
they?
6 and 8.
Okay,
See,
okay,
that's
got
why.
it.
So I
I
understand.
got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
It's getting hot in here. I'm going to take my lid off.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so somebody tell me, what is your least favorite thing about being a grandma?
Well, I definitely want to go first because I live here in Hollywood and they're all the way in Florida. Every time I go home, which is every 3 to 4 months, I cry uncontrollably because I want my babies here. FaceTime, thank God for FaceTime. Lord knows I thank God for FaceTime because we didn't have that when I was growing up.
Well, my least favorite thing is I couldn't be with my granddaughter when she goes for events.
Yeah.
Well, there's always like a +1, and her +1s are, of course, her best friends. There was one time wherein she wanted
Plus
to
one?
take
What?
me to her event, but it got canceled because it rained. So that was my opportunity, supposedly. But then again, that's okay. Looking at her, do it up, her makeup, she's the prettiest granddaughter ever.
Yeah.
There was just something about her lack of specifics. She just didn't sound convincing.
A nudist. Now, I'm not saying a nudist can't be somebody grandma, but you don't have your kids around, which is understandable. They're 6 and they're 8 and you're a nudist. But to never see them like that, when you're a grandma, baby, listen, that's the next generation. You're going to want to see them, even if it's some other type of way other than your nudist stuff.
Round 2, I wasn't that surprised people started voting for me because some of the details were getting a little wish-washy, but I was faithful that another grandma would have more votes than me.
Keisha sounds like she was really trying to sell it. Like in this, I was like, Keisha's like laying the amazing and beautiful adjectives on it. And I was like, I don't know, maybe she's really trying to sell us.
I am not surprised I was voted out because it still blows my mind that I'm a grandma.
Are you stuck in a disagreement where both sides think they're correct? Well,
No.
If everyone feels confident that you already caught the mole, you can end the game now. But if the majority has doubt, the game will continue. Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
Yeah, the man is out.
All right. Majority wins. We're playing one
GG.
more round.
Keisha, I have a question.
They will vote
All
him
your
out.
family lives in Florida. If you don't mind me asking, what brought you here?
My dreams, my goals. I know I'm a behavior specialist by trade, but I love kids. That's my first love, and it's because I'm adopted. So I am an advocate for different types of children. But I'm also a 3-time best-selling author, a playwright, and an actress, amongst other things. So everything is in Hollywood. So this is where I belong. My family is very supportive for the most part, but my son is my number one cheerleader. So that's what brought me here.
Okay. Santa Barbara
Nice.
lady.
Hi.
Hi. Tell me your name again, please.
Jerry.
Hi, Jerry. Jerry, your granddaughters are 6 and 8. Is that?
So I have 2 grandsons
Okay.
and 1 granddaughter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and granddaughter is 7.
And they live in Seattle. All 3 of them.
All 3 of them in Seattle. Yeah, both my kids and grandchildren. So it's just me and my husband down here.
Okay. How often do they come to visit?
So they came down 2 months ago. So that was great, just a quick summer trip. And then I plan going up for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So yeah, not as often as I'd like, but yeah.
Like first time? That was their first time visiting, or?
No, that was, they've been here a handful. The first, they didn't remember they were babies. But
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does anyone like to watch any shows with their grandkids? Like me, my babies love the Gracies.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. How old are they, Keisha?
BJ is 6. Caden is 4. He just turned 4 June 26th. BJ just turned 6 August the 17th.
Okay.
I voted for, and I didn't want to vote for my girl Yvette, but I voted for her because she was nosy. She was in everybody's business, trying to learn all of us. But I didn't want to vote her though because she's from the South, so we got to stay together.
Alright.
Jerry said something about the motorcycle early on, and the grandkids coming to visit to be fascinated with the motorcycle, right? But then, when I asked her about the last time she had seen the grandkids, she was like, well, I went to visit them in Seattle. So then I was like, oh, she's lying.
Good thinking.
We have tallied up the votes, and it is a tiebreaker. So now we're going to do a 30-second challenge between just Jerry and Cynthia. So Jerry, you're going to go first. For 30 seconds, share why they shouldn't vote for you.
So, where do I begin? I was born in Kennesaw, Georgia, 1963, graduated 1981, met Daryl, my husband, in senior year, and paralegal, about 35 years, came to Santa Barbara. I don't know
this one too.
This is hard.
They are not buying it.
I love playing Rock'em Sock'em with my father. When I grew up, I listened to Fleet Macwood, Led Zeppelin.
That's time.
Okay. The tiebreaker was so stressful. I just had the 30 seconds to give off complete Southern grandma and prove that I was alive in the past, that I'm actually 61.
I'm Cynthia. I was born in the Philippines. Before coming to the United States, I was in Jordan for 5 years. Then I left my kids in the Philippines with my mom. Then came over.
Pretty cool.
Had a chance to take my kids over here. So they grew up here with me. I remarried. Then my daughter, she got married at the age of 19 and had her baby at the age of 20. Then that's what it is. Until now, she lives with me. Okay.
Please raise your hand if you would like to vote for Jerry.
Oh, wow.
When you did the 30-second tell me about yourself, I became less certain that I was right in my original vote for Jerry.
Please raise your hand if you'd like to vote for Cynthia.
I was devastated why
Wow.
I got voted out. They didn't believe me. That's one thing. Is it because, like, they didn't believe me because I have a 21-year-old granddaughter? But it is what it is. If they didn't believe me, then let's take it that way.
If everyone feels confident that you already caught the mole, you can end the game now, but if the majority has doubt, the game will continue. Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game. All right, the majority has voted to stop.
GG.
So, if the lights turn green,
Easy.
you've caught the mole. If the lights turn red, the mole is still in the box and you lost. So,
Let's get it.
lights are red.
Oh no!
So,
I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! I knew it!
on the count of 3, everybody can take off their blindfolds and look around to see who the imposter was, and the imposter will introduce themselves. 1, 2, 3. Please remove your blindfolds.
Hi, everyone.
Jerry.
Oh my goodness.
Hi, guys.
Hey! Wait a minute.
How y'all doing?
I'm good.
Good to see your guys' eyes.
I was shocked.
I can't even. I still can't put it together. I don't even know how to react. Like now, this is crazy.
He really had me with the banana pudding. I would have never guessed that she was a 20-something-year-old
Banana
young
pudding.
man.
So I'm Jerry or Duncan. My name is Duncan.
Oh my gosh!
I thought it was your dad because you was too good.
I cannot believe I won. I
Did someone
psychoanalyzed myself
recognize
so much,
him?
and I thought they noticed everything, but apparently it worked. So I can't believe it at all.
That was a great voice. How did you
Thank you so much. Yeah, I take a lot of inspiration from, like, I have a bunch of friends in the South. So, and I also, online, I do a lot of impersonations.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so I have like a Southern mom character.
Yes.
Yeah, so my strategy was just to, just have some wisdom, be very kind, fly under the radar a little bit, and just be easygoing.
I voted for Jerry twice.
Yeah,
He was
you were on to me.
beside me. And the reason why I knew it was her, because he was deep breathing all the time. I said, this one is nervous. This one is nervous.
Well, to the audience, this was an amazing experience.
Being a grandmother is the best thing that ever happened to me. I couldn't live without my granddaughter, I think.
Anyone who is a grandparent should spend as much time as is humanly possible with those kids, because all of a sudden you blink and they grow up and they're gone.
It made me appreciate my grandmas even more, because hearing how much their grandchildren means to them, and to think that was also my grandma's perspective, was just so sweet. So it was really nice being in their shoes.
Alright, so the guy won. 6 grandmas versus 1 fake, odd one out. Feat Duncan Joseph. So this is Duncan. I honestly don't know him. Probably a YouTuber, right? He said he was doing impressions, so yeah, here it is. Duncan, Keisha, Susan, Yvette. Alright. It's interesting that some of them got the medias. But yeah, check out the original. What do you think about this video? Yeah, honestly, pretty good. Pretty good. It was what I was expecting, but I think that Duncan's voice wasn't really good. Honestly, I would guess that he was male. Like, I thought it was obvious, but the grandmas didn't hear it, so I guess it was fine. I don't know, but hey, check out the original, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.